Hey everyone, it's Rochelle, the Right Now Coach, and this is another episode of Always Right. I wanted to pop on today to talk about AI and using AI to write your book. I have been talking a lot about AI with colleagues and clients. It seems like as a writing coach, people want to know, like, what do you think? What do you think of this idea of using AI? And of course, it's everywhere. You can't get away from it. My colleagues who are journalists and have built freelance careers writing for companies are suddenly losing their jobs because companies are turning to AI to write white papers and letters and blog posts and all the things that writers used to do for them. My colleagues are using it to write their own blog posts and using it to compose tweets and Instagram posts and things like that. But probably the most challenging thing that I'm noticing is that the my colleagues, other coaches, and more business people are claiming that you can use AI to write your book. So I'm seeing a lot of ads, write your book over the lunchtime using AI, write your book in 4 hours using AI, you know, use AI to do this, and that in composing your book. So I wanted to pop on and just talk a little bit about my feelings about AI. So I'm an ICF certified writing and ADHD coach. I've written, or I've published 12 books. I've written many more. And AI is something that I have to contend with both as an editor and as a writer. So as an editor, I need to check um, the work of the people who submit to me to make sure that they're not using AI. As a writing coach and as a writer, I'm often asked, as I just said, can I use AI to write my book? So I want to come down very strongly against you using AI to write your book, no matter what kind of book you're writing. And let me tell you why. And then I want to talk about how you might use AI as a tool. It's not going to go away and it will become better and better. So it's reasonable to think we're going to be able to use it in some way. But I want to put a few lines down about it. So let's start with why I don't think it's a good idea to use AI to use the bulk for the bulk of your outlining and writing your book. Okay, so as a writer, your gift, your skill is your imagination, your creativity. And so when you are putting together, starting with your book idea and then you're putting together the outline or the plot, when you're writing the words, that is your gift. That is the thing that makes you brilliant. I think it was the writer of Ecclesiastes who said there is nothing new under the sun. And I agree. But it is your ability to take differing things and integrate them in a unique way that makes your writing valuable, not just to you, but to the people who read your work. And so that's kind of my preface of wow, why would you give your job, your may I say God-given gift away to AI? That, like, to me, that's the big thing. This is the most precious thing that you have. Why let AI do it? I mean, I guess, if we're lazy and we just want to credit, that might be why. And that is what advertisers are kind of hoping to attract when they say you can write your book in a few hours or over lunchtime. Okay. Let me get to my reasons why not to use AI to write your work. So the first thing is that when you use AI to write your work, you are using information that you don't have a source for. So what AI does is it scans everything out there from online resources, books, whatever it's been trained on, and you don't know the source of what's coming. So it might be the work of another author. It might be true, it might not be true. You might be violating copyright. You might be plagiarizing. So you have no idea what you've got when AI is writing your work. So that's problematic. Second thing, you can't copyright anything written by AI. So as of now, the US Copyright Agency allows only people not computers, to copyright their work. And so if you have used AI in the creation of your work, you can't copyright it. Um, is it illegal? Um, Potentially. It's at least unethical to say that you wrote the book if AI wrote part of it. Um, and it's probably illegal. I know it's not okay to write something for a publisher saying it's yours, signing a contract saying it's yours, and then having it turn out that it's AI's. So that would be hugely problematic for you. Third, AI doesn't have a voice. Even if you take what AI has given you and adapt it, you are still, basing the core of your work on generic content. And if you look at some of the articles that talk about, that analyze AI writing, what they'll say is that it's very general, it's not specific, it doesn't give specific examples, it doesn't use a lot of sensory words, and it uses a lot of those kind of garbagey words. I would say like adverbs, like generally, approximately, perhaps, things like that. And those are things that you can kind of tell, oh, this probably was written by AI when you see a lot of words like that. Um, Four, AI is often wrong. It might also create studies or facts that it has hallucinated or absolutely made up. So AI can be wrong in a lot of ways. It can give the wrong answer. It can omit information by mistake. It can completely make up fake people, events, and articles. And it can mix truth and fiction. So, imagine that you are looking into the kinds of murders that happen in Seattle. And so you ask AI to give you kind of a list of all the murders that happen so you can kind of create an article about this. Well, you don't know if AI is scanning true crime, police blotters, or potentially fiction set in Seattle. So maybe what you're getting is like a mix of fiction and fact. You don't know. You can try to create some boundaries with AI, but AI is not 100% reliable. So those are my top four reasons. My fifth reason is from a natural resources perspective. So AI uses a lot of natural resources. All of our computer work uses a lot of natural resources, but AI kind of tips it over the edge. According to NPR, one query to ChatGPT uses as much electricity as could light a light bulb for 20 minutes. So you can imagine what happens when millions of people are suddenly using AI to, write recommendation letters and, figure out what to have for dinner tonight and help their kids with their homework and so forth. So all of that said, I want to talk a little bit about how you can use AI. So while I don't support you in using AI to write your book, and I have to tell you that as an author, because I don't want to cheat, I don't even give myself access to AI. I actually now try to do minus AI when I search on a web platform so that I can get, organic results, as organic as they can be these days without the AI summary. But if you do want to use AI, so if you wanted to use it to help you in some way, there are a few ways that I think are ethical. So after you have already generated your topic idea and maybe generated the topics for the interior of your book or your speech or your blog post, ask AI to generate more topic ideas. This can help you understand, like, what are you missing? Like, is there something that you've left out? Or do you have a blind spot? I could tell you, you can also do this with colleagues. That can be kind of a fun practice. You can also use AI to help you narrow your topic so that if your topic is really big, AI can help you get it to something more manageable. AI can be really great in finding hidden patterns or connections between unique ideas. So if you're a person who's highly integrative and you like to bring things together from a lot of different fields that don't usually go together, sometimes if you give AI a prompt that says, I'm interested in one, two, and three, how might these connect? It can help you with that. Another thing that AI can be helpful for is gathering research. So if you need a little more help than you can get from a search engine, AI can help you with that. AI can give you some summaries of scientific articles. And so I wouldn't completely rely on its summaries to write your project, but it can be a good way to check and see if you're doing it right. You can always also use AI to check fact citations or to fact check citations. So to see if your citations are right. One of the nice things about the internet is a lot of journals give you the citation right there. And that's really helpful. And then you can use an AI plagiarism tool just to check your own work. So one of the things I notice in my work as a writer is that I might in a 100, 200 word book repeat myself a lot. Like I'll use the same quote or the same story more than once. And it's helpful for me to remove the repetition. That's a hard thing to catch while you're writing, but AI can help you figure out when you're plagiarizing yourself. So those are a few ways that you can use AI in an ethical way. I'd be curious to hear what you're thinking about AI. So there's plenty of room for comments. Go ahead and leave a comment below. If you'd like to have a conversation about it, I'd be happy to do that. So thanks, everybody. And I hope you remember to always write.